All right, we are live. I love these. It's so fun. So if you are on with us live, well, actually, I know that nobody's on with us live yet. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce everybody that's talking, but welcome to our What is Coaching sneak peek call for Team Goal Diggers on February 7th. If you've been on one of these calls with us before, we're trying things a new way tonight. We really love being able to interact with you guys. So as you're jumping on, let us know that you're here. Say hi. Let us know where you're from and who invited you. We're hoping to fly through our information for you guys, get you guys off, but like enough information where you feel like you can make an educated decision. So my name is Kristen. I'm one of the coaches here. I'm kind of welcoming you guys to our call. We have 3 other of my friends tonight that are joining us. It happens to be that we're all moms, but that is not necessarily the case for everybody on our team. So I'm going to introduce myself, kind of talk, give you guys a rundown of different types of coaches, and then I'm going to pass you on to the next speaker, and we're just going to go through it all. And as you guys have questions, let us know. And if you're watching this on a replay, then go ahead and just ask questions to the person that invited and sent this to you. So welcome. We're so glad you're here. We love doing these little coaching events because it really gives us the opportunity to let you guys know what it is that we do as coaches, how we run these businesses, because I know a lot of things that everybody sees is either on Facebook or Instagram, and you don't get to know a lot of the behind the scenes stuff. So I have been coaching for almost 4 years, which is crazy. I feel like I was saying 1 year just yesterday. It'll be 4 years in April, which, like I said, is just crazy. I totally fell into coaching by mistake. My coach, Brooke, asked me to do this thing, and I was like, yeah, sure. Literally didn't know anything about it, signed up, said yes, and was all in and on board. And then what I didn't expect was everything else. I knew I was kind of signing myself up for a business. I did not expect so much more of what I got. And we're all going to kind of touch on those things that we love about coaching tonight. But I have to say, my favorite thing about coaching is the community, this community of women. Obviously, these other 3 ladies that are here with me tonight, we all met online, and we have met many times since then. We share a lot of the things that are going on in life beyond just working out and being healthy. And I can truly say that if I ever needed anything, I could go to any one of these ladies and say, hey, I need help, or I need a shoulder to cry on, and they would be there, which is just nutty to think that, you know, just a few years ago, we didn't even know each other. And then we were meeting on like a chat room, basically. I mean, I'm sure, wouldn't you guys all agree with that? That was like one of the biggest surprises of coaching for you.
Absolutely. Yeah. I didn't expect it to become like a second family.
Right. And where we spend time with each other's families and get to know each other's kids and husbands, and go on trips together. So it really is. That's probably my very favorite part about coaching, outside of, you know, helping people and running my own business. But so like I said, I've been doing this for about 4 years. Before I got into Beachbody coaching, I've always been an athlete. I've always stayed pretty fit. And for me, it really changed when I had my kids. When I had my son, I was like, I cannot work full time, get to the gym, do a class, get home, and feel like I still have time for my family, and still feel like I still have time for this little boy. And so it really, like I said, happened to fall into my lap at just the perfect time. And I've gone from running to CrossFit to classes to now being a Beachbody coach and working out at home full time, which I totally would have scoffed at 4 years ago. And I'm seeing some of the best results I've ever had in my life in our newest program. So it is possible to change your body, to change your mindset, to do all of these things from home. It's possible to do all of these things while uplifting other women, while being a part of a community that just gives you so much of a sense of who you are. I feel like coaching for me has given me just so much of a confidence boost in life. Like I feel like I know who I am. I feel like I know what I'm meant to be doing, and that's helping other people feel the same way that I do, which is just amazing. So when I got started coaching, like I said, I had no clue what I was doing, and I would call myself kind of a discount coach. I signed up really because my coach Brooke said, if you sign up for 21 Day Fix as a coach, you get it faster. And I was like, well, I need it tomorrow. So I signed up as a coach, and I just asked my friends to do this with me. I put up some post on Facebook and I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but who wants to do it with me? And I think like 6 or 7 of my girlfriends were like, sure, I'll do it. And they all signed up to do it with me. And we ran through that first 21 days, and we all got these results with these teeny little containers that we all thought we were eating one of each day. And then it found out we were eating like 6 or 7 of them each day, and it was so much food. And so the accountability piece then came into it for me. I was working out at home. I was being able to spend time with my family, and I was seeing results. And I was able to do that all from home, all on my own schedule and in my own time. And very slowly, I kind of started to run these challenge groups, these groups where I was helping women stay accountable, helping moms stay accountable, create their online schedules for when it was going to make sense for them to work out, when it was going to make sense for them to create their meal plans. I was helping them do all of this. And slowly but surely, I went from a discount coach to a hobby coach to now running a business and a team of coaches below me. And I want you to know that if you're interested in this opportunity, you don't have to decide today what you want to do. You can totally sign on as a discount coach and say, I just want 25% off my Shakeology. You can totally sign on to today and say, I want 25% off my Shakeology, and then I want to get it for free by helping other people. You can also sign on and be like, I am all in. I want to run challenge groups. I want to help people, and we're going to help you no matter what level and wherever you want to take this business and wherever you want to start and finish. And you can kind of go between the others. And I know we've all kind of had our ups and downs in the business where we're all in and we're hobby, and we kind of go with whatever life is throwing at us at that time. And that's the beauty of being your own business owner. So I don't want to spend too much time, talking about my story, because I know these ladies have lots of great information for you. I'm going to pass it off to Hadley, who has gone from like a social media mouse to a social media like gazelle, I'm going to say, because she is all over our team page. She is like nailing social media, is totally just getting comfortable with sharing her story, and she's going to go into all of that with you guys. So I'm going to wrap up my part. Thank you guys for joining us, and Hadley, it's all yours, girl.
Okay, thanks. A gazelle, that's a new one. I don't know. I'll have to remember that. So welcome everybody. And I'll just tell you a little bit about my story. So my name is Hadley Sorensen, and I'm obviously a coach as well. I am also a mom. I am at home with my kiddos, and I describe myself as a full-time stay-at-home mom, but also a full-time coach. Although I will say that there are definitely days that I am a very, very part-time coach, or I'm hardly a coach at all, right? It just depends on what's going on in life, and that is really kind of the beauty of this. So when I started, I had kind of a strange backwards start. I had always been a runner, and so like Kristen, I had always been relatively fit, but I always kind of I really struggled with my nutrition. And after my youngest son was born, I was really having a hard time with getting the weight off, and all the things I used to do just weren't working anymore. And I wasn't really sure what to do. And so I had seen the Insanity infomercials, like so many of us, and it just looked crazy. And I'd never done anything like that. I had done classes at the gym, I had lifted some weights, and that was it. But I for some reason, I kept getting drawn to this infomercial. And so my husband and I tried it, with a 4-month baby at home. I was nursing. I was doing it late at night when the baby first went down, trying to get it done before he would wake up for the first time. It was crazy, but I kind of am like a checklist person, right? So I had this calendar, and I was going to do all these workouts, and I was just going to, cross it off my list every day. And within 2 weeks, I started seeing changes in my body like I had never seen before. And it blew me away. And my baby weight melted off, and I kept getting in better shape, and it literally changed the shape of my body. And I was just so blown away by all of this. I just fell in love with it. And it made me really want to up my game and become an athlete. I started training for marathons, and it really kind of like changed the fitness landscape for me. And I was in love with it. So I did Insanity over and over for 3-4 years. And meanwhile, my coach, who was also Brooke, had started doing this thing. We went to high school and college together, and I kept seeing her post on Facebook, but I didn't understand what it was. I obviously knew about Beachbody, but I didn't really even know that there was this coaching thing. I didn't get what that meant. I thought it was just about like selling the products, or I didn't even know. But she kept posting, and for some reason, like it just kind of something kept nagging at me in my brain. And one day I saw her mention a challenge group, and I thought, it's like right after the holidays, I'm feeling a little bit, like I've lost some motivation and I'm in a slump. So can I try this? And she said, sure. So about a week into that, I fell in love with the whole concept of the challenge group. I had no idea that this had been going on, that it was something that I could have been involved in for the last 3 years. Just the level of support and really like helping people walk through these programs and be successful with them and support them and keep them motivated. I just thought it was like groundbreaking. I was in love. I was hooked. So I signed up as a coach, and I didn't turn back. I think at first I said I wanted to be just a hobby coach. I was going to do it on the side. But I fell in love with the lifestyle so fast and really decided that I wanted to go all in. As a stay-at-home mom, I was worried about what I was going to do when my kids went back to school. We're in school full time, and I didn't want to go back to the corporate world. So I decided that this is what I was going to do, and I was going to make this a career. So all of that being said, I love everything about it. And like Kristen said, there's so many unexpected things. I didn't expect the sense of community, and I didn't expect the level of personal growth that I've seen, and just so many benefits. But I know that I'm sure you can relate if you've been thinking about this. There were a lot of like fears and concerns I had when I was first thinking about it. And sometimes there's things there are things that still kind of haunt me a little bit, or things that I worry about, like what are other people going to think, or really how could anybody be motivated by me, or just all these things you get in your own head, and you start doubting yourself. So I know, because a lot of people have these same concerns that I did, that I would just kind of run through them quickly and talk about how I got past them and what my experience was. The first thing was time. I didn't think that I was going to have enough time, and I was worried about anything that was going to put more of a tax on my time. Even though I was a stay-at-home mom, I was really busy. I was involved in my kids' school. I was on the board of directors for our preschool. I was really involved with my church. I mean, I had so much going on, and I was like, I don't know if I can tackle this. And I realized really quickly that if it's something that you're passionate about, you're gonna find a way to make time for what's important for you. And I'm not saying that means like carve out 4 hours of your day for something that's important to you. I'm talking about like being able to work a business in little 5-minute pockets of time a few times a day. And that's all I did when I first started with this. It was a couple minutes here and there, maybe sitting down for 15 minutes in the evening before I went to bed. Just very manageable. And it's all about making it what you want it to be, right? So you could spend 4 hours if you wanted, or you could spend 15 minutes. Really, what I cut out of my life to make more room was Netflix. Everybody always teases me because I don't really watch any TV anymore. No TV. But that was just kind of what I chose to do because it just gave me more time. So as much as I thought time was going to be an obstacle, it really hasn't been. And the benefits have far outweighed any time issues that came up. The other one that was really big for me, Kristen mentioned, was social media, because I was not a social media person. I really didn't understand what Instagram was. I was on Facebook, but I posted like twice a year pictures of my kids. That was it. It was very intimidating to me. And so I thought, well, is there a way to do this without using Facebook? I mean, I asked all kinds of crazy questions to Brooke when I was signing up. I was like, well, I can do this without using Facebook. And so it was a learning process for me. And I know lots of people have that same concern. You know, you're putting yourself out there. If you're not a big Facebook person, how do you do this? Well, here's what I learned. One is we help you, right? You're not thrown out there and expected to figure out this Facebook thing on your own and start like spewing your story for everyone to see. It's not like that. There's a way to do it. There's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. And I think we've probably all seen people who've done it the wrong way, right? We're not out there selling products. That's what I love about this and what makes us so different from other companies. We have a really valuable service to provide through our challenge groups, and we're really out there trying to help people get healthy, help people get fit. And the Beachbody products are just tools we use to help make that happen. So I never feel like I'm pushing products, right? That's not my intent at all on social media. I'm sharing my story and how I use those things. And the experience I've had with them. And I'll tell you, it's been gradual, right? I started posting 1 time a day on Facebook and trying to figure that out. But I did it in a way, and my coach helped me do it in a way that felt natural to me and felt authentic and not forced and icky. And so I really have kind of grown into it and went from somebody who really didn't think much of social media to being somebody who really loves it because it can be used for so much good, right? So many people are inspired and motivated through things happening on social media. And if you learn how to do it the right way, it can be really powerful. So I would say be open to giving it a chance because if I had said no to this opportunity because I was so afraid of that, I would have missed out on so much. And it has been such a growth experience. And the other big one that I worried about, and I know I hear from lots of people, is that I'm not in good enough shape. I'm not where I want to be. I'm not, I don't feel like I'm where I want to be so I could coach other people who would be inspired by me. And I thought the same thing. And what I can tell you is that if every coach, if no one signed up to be a coach until they were ready, until they were in the best shape of their life and they felt like I am ready to do this, I am ready to take it on and help other people, there would literally be 0 coaches in the world. There would be none of us. None of us would be here because none of us feel like we're ready, like we're, at the end of our journey. And really, the best coaches are the ones that are still on their journey and they're still trying to figure out the fitness thing and they're still trying to figure out nutrition and they're struggling just right along with everyone else. That makes us relatable. That makes it easier for us to help people. We're not expected to be perfect. And I like that because I wouldn't last for long if I was supposed to be perfect. I struggle with all of those things. So you never know who will be inspired by your story, right? Everyone is inspired in different ways and by different people. And so if you didn't do it because you thought you weren't where you wanted to be, chances are you're never going to be at a point where you say, this is it, I'm there, and now I'm ready. We're never ready. It's like having kids. When we say I'm not ready to have kids yet, we all know how that works, right? So those are the 3 big ones. I don't know if any of you have any others that jumped out at you, but those were the ones that really stood out in my mind. So hopefully that's a little bit helpful. It kind of gives you some perspective if those were things that you were worried about. I know I hear that from a lot of folks, and they can be daunting or intimidating, but really they have been all those things I was afraid of turned into the things that have been most beneficial about this whole coaching journey. So that's really what I have. I'm going to turn it over to the next person.
All right, Melissa, that's you. Hey, Hadley, I have one question for you before Melissa starts. So how much of what you are saying do you feel like you learned through your training, like that was provided through the team?
I feel like I learned all of it through my training with the team, right? And that's a good point. It was working through the training that we provide, working with my coach who really kind of held my hand and helped support me through all of this. It's not like you're thrown out there to figure this out on your own. There's such an incredible support system and training infrastructure. I was reassured very quickly as I went into this that I wasn't just going to have to figure it out. Yeah.
Right. And I think with that too, you get out of it what you put into it. So I know, like, when we're onboarding new coaches, the coaches who are asking the questions and doing the trainings are the ones who are getting the most out of it. Would you agree with that, Melissa?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, and we're kind of breaking everything down for you guys. Obviously things can get more simple than this and more advanced than this. But really every step of the way from the sign up process, I mean, you can see it right now. Here's your, what is coaching, from this to the sign up to the first 30 minutes to the first 30 days to the next part of your journey. It's all broken down for you. And as you were speaking, Hadley, I was just thinking like, oh yeah, we learned that. Yep. We teach that. Yep. We do that. And we're really, all the questions that you could possibly have, we have an answer for, which I love. So thank you, Hadley. All right, Melissa's going to talk about like probably the coolest part of the job and all of the amazing perks that we get beyond obviously a paycheck, but like the secret perks that you probably have seen us doing and going and talking about. So Melissa, that's all you.
Hey guys, I am Melissa. I've been a coach for 2.5 years. Brooke is also my coach, and if I did not sign under Brooke, I wouldn't know all these lovely ladies here. So I'm truly blessed just having them all in my life. So a little bit about me. So I'm trying to get comfortable. Sorry, on my couch right now. One of the advantages of doing this coaching thing is you could really do it from anywhere. So anyway, so I am a nurse. I'm an oncology nurse specifically. I have 2 kids, 8 and 6, who's almost 7, a girl and a boy. We live in Pennsylvania. Sorry about that. Hopefully my battery doesn't go down. Sorry. Anyway, so I decided to do this whole coaching thing. Honestly, I just wanted a discount. I had no intention of working the business at all. I had no idea what a coach was. I basically said, after putting on tons of weight and not having any of my clothes fit anymore, that I literally had to do something, right? So finally, after like 6 months of watching Brooke post all this stuff about these trips and her car that she just paid off and everything, I said, you know what, I got to do something. It's not going to work. So literally, I got my birthday's in July. I had gotten some money early. I wasn't working at the time. Let me be clear about that. I had taken 4 years off from being a nurse to be a stay-at-home mom. So we didn't have all this extra income. I didn't have the money to get a challenge pack. So the money I got for my birthday, I got the challenge pack with, and I told my husband I did it. He wasn't really too sure about it, honestly, and that's a whole other topic to talk another time, but just kind of was questioning it, and but now loves it and is so happy I did it. But anyway, at the time it was like, well, what is that? What's Shakeology, and what's all that about? So I did it anyway because I wanted to, and he knew it would make me happy. So literally I did the 21-day fix at first, and loved it. And I lost like 30 pounds within like 4 months. During that time, I started selling challenge packs to people, and people were really interested in what I was doing. So they were seeing what I was doing, and they wanted in on it. And then they started buying challenge packs too, and drinking shakes, and the rest is history. And then I started seeing all this commission I was making, and getting all this money coming into our house. And I wasn't like really nursing at the time, so I was like, wow, like, I mean, when you're not working and you're a stay-at-home mom, I mean, like, $50 here and $100 there, I mean, it adds up, and you can get other things, and it's a lot of money for somebody who doesn't have it. cell phone. It can pay a cell phone off. It can pay utilities, when you're struggling on one income. So my whole world just like opened up, and I was just like, wow, like this is awesome. This is great. So I basically ran with it. I became a diamond, which is like, it's a rank thing, but I became a diamond in like 5 months. I went on a trip. I went to Utah with like the top coaches on our team. We got like schmoozed beyond belief. Like we stayed in this mansion in Utah. Our upline took us to like, I guess Park City is what it's called. We went out for sushi. We hung out. We had a pool. I mean, it was just like, we had pictures and makeup and hair, and it was really just like a sisterhood. It felt like it was just bonding. Um, and I really felt like my missing sisters, my missing family, they were all there, and it was really cool. And I was like, wow, like this is the missing piece. So really cool. But anyway, but that's just one of the things. So I have to watch my time here. I tend to go off on a tangent. So basically regarding commission, yes, you make commission on everything. You weren't going to make like 25% off everything you sell. It gets a little more complicated as you have coaches under you that start selling, but you basically make commission off of them. And every time you go up in rank, the more coaches you have basically under you, the more money you're going to get, and the more opportunities you have for getting bonuses quarterly. And these are like, hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars as you move up in the company, which is awesome. Every time you help like 3 people a month, you hit Success Club. Okay, if you hit it your first 3 months of um, becoming a coach, you will get a free ticket to Summit, which is our big like convention yearly. It's awesome. It's a great opportunity to bond with your team. I wanted to say family. See, I almost said that. Um, to hear from the top coaches in Beachbody, to hear from Carl Deichler, who's the CEO. Usually there's like a Success Club concert, or Billy Idol was there one year, and last year we had a big party, and that was awesome. I got to see fireworks, and it was just totally cool. Um, and it's just like so much community. And if you're like into, my phone is really gonna go dead. If you're really into community and, um, having that, sisterhood. I keep saying sisterhood. There are guys on this team, by the way. It's mostly women though. And this is the place for you, totally. So April, we are going to go to Riviera Maya, Mexico. And that trip was earned. It was free, and we're so excited. Um, and that trip was free. We have to pay our airfare, but everything is free. It's all our drinks, all our food. They give you like $750 in resort credit for you and your complimentary guest, by the way. So you're not going here by yourself. You can bring your spouse, you can bring your best friend, your partner, whatever. And you're schmoozed, and it's just awesome. Last year we went to a spa, and we went swimming with dolphins, and it was just unbelievable. And next year I already got on that trip. That's going to be Royal Caribbean, I believe. Hadley probably knows the name of the cruise because she's been on it before. But we're going to the Bahamas and Nassau, and I really, really, really can't wait. So, but that's awesome. And that comes with, when you hit Success Club, meaning you're helping 3 people a month change your life, you are going to be rewarded. And you're going to be rewarded with these Success Club points. And in turn, the points are going to give you free trips. And they're going to give you access to signing up for these trips that everybody wants to go on like first. And you're going to be able to go like shopping at the core, which is like the big like mall of like all the Beachbody stuff, like the first like shirts and sneakers. Like there's this whole like athletic line that's out, and like everything you're gonna get in there first. And that's usually, when I first started, that was only for elite coaches, but they added that on, and I'm really, really happy about that. So I'm not an elite yet, but hopefully one day. I'm pushing for it. But anyway, so not only I'm talking about Success Club, but every month you hit the Success Club. I am like ridiculous here with the mouth. You're going to be getting prizes. You're going to be getting bobbleheads in the mail, and T-shirts was like the newest program that came out. Like we're getting 80-day obsession T-shirts in the mail any day now, and also we get a free like a seminar with Mel Robbins, who wrote the 5 Second Rule, who is totally, I just love that book so much. I could listen to it forever. We get a seminar with her next week. And it's just every time you're always being recognized for helping others, and you're always, getting bonuses, recognition. I can't even say it enough. I mean, it's just for somebody who was a stay-at-home mom for 4 years and gave up nursing full time and wanted a family. I mean, this for me was like everything I could never have imagined my life going in this direction. And I'm so happy that I made the decision to do it, because I can't even imagine these people, like these girls on this line, like on this hangout with us. I mean, like I can't imagine my life without them, because they're such a big part of it now. So we really hope that you decide to join us. And like we talked about before, we've all been nervous. We've all been scared. Change is really scary. We get that. But that's why we are here for you. That's why we want you to succeed. And we're there for you. We have all the resources and everything. It's totally great. So anyway, I'm going to cut because I think my phone's going to go dead. I need to plug it in. So anyway, here I'm going to pass on to Heather, who is also wearing purple like me. But thank you.
Gotcha. There you go.
Okay, I'm working now?
Yep.
Okay. So am I supposed to see myself down in the corner?
Do you see yourself in the big screen?
Nope, I see you.
You do? Did you guys see me that whole time?
No.
Okay. Hadley, who do you see? Heather? You see me.
Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties.
Heather,
I'm a newbie here.
When Heather starts talking, you can see her.
You're my
Okay.
woman. You're right there.
Okay. So as long as you guys can see me, I can only see myself down in the corner, but as long as you guys can see me, I guess that's all that matters. But thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. I'm so glad that you're here. I get to talk about some really exciting things, but first I'll tell you a little bit about me. Most of these ladies live up north where they get lots of snow, and I live down south where there's lots of sunshine. So like we all met online, and the first time I met these girls was probably like a few months that I had been like a coach. And I say a coach because like I signed up just strictly for a discount, because I mean, who doesn't want like, something cheaper, like a big old fat coupon. I'm like, okay, sign me up, So when I met these ladies, I felt like I knew them already. Like it was crazy. Like all these girls are like my sorority sisters, but better. Like I just like Kristen said, like I could call any one of these girls and cry on their shoulder, and I have. And it's just, we're family. And so a little bit about me. I am a mom to twin boys that just turned 12 yesterday. And then I also have 2 teenagers. So next year I will have 4 teenagers. So this beautiful long hair right here will be gone next year, because I'll probably pull it all out. But anyway, so I'm also like crazy in love with dogs, and I have 3 of them because my city only allows you to have 3 without getting a permit. So my husband will let me get a permit. I also work a day job, but I do Beachbody and coaching on the side for now. I really want that to be my full-time job. I want to be like Hadley and just full-time coach it all out. But right now I'm still working a second job because I haven't figured out how to quit yet. But yeah, so I said I'm looking over here at my notes because I get nervous when I talk on these things. But I talked about my discount. So that's a little bit about me. And I get to talk to you guys about traveling and more about recognition. And then I'm going to tell you guys all how to get started, because I know that after listening to all of us tonight, like you are just ready to get started, and we are so excited to welcome you to our team. So first, travel. Holy cow. I've been a coach for just 3 years, like 3 years last month. And I have traveled more in the last 3 years than I have like in the entire time that I've been married. And that's like 12 years. I've been to Utah. I've been to Nashville twice. I missed the trip to Punta Cana because of dumb work stuff, but I get to go to Mexico in April. Really excited about that. And then we have a cruise next year. Like I would have never went to Utah, but it was so gorgeous. I loved every second of it. And I got to do all the stuff for free. Like free. Awesome. So I mean that's just one little perk, right? We get to travel all the time and it's part of our job. So and then, I mean, recognition. Melissa touched a little bit on like all the presents we get, but I mean, have you guys ever worked a day job where like you do something good and they're like, hey, here's a present because you did a good job, or hey, I'm going to give you a shout out on our weekly, staff meeting that, whoa, Heather did a great job this week. No, but they're going to be sure to point out all of your mistakes, right? No. This business, everything that you do good, no matter how small it is, they're recognizing for you, making you feel like a rock star. And it just boosts, it boosts your mindset. I mean, who doesn't want to focus on all of the positive things that are going on in your life rather than all of the little negative things? And we're constantly, I don't know if anybody talked about personal development. We are encouraged to grow our mind and to have a positive mindset. I would say like 3 years ago, and my office door is open. My husband might hear me say this, but I would say 3 years ago, my husband and I were in like a super negative place, like always bickering at each other. But since I've been in this business, I've even noticed his mindset has changed. Like he's more positive. We're both more positive, and I'm the one that's reading, but maybe I'm rubbing off on him a little bit, But so just recognition, positivity, all these presents, super awesome. But I mean, we all, we do this for many different reasons. A lot of us do this because we love that we can get healthy and fit ourselves and we can help other women do the same thing. Some of us are also helping men along the way. Some of us like only reach out to certain groups of people. I'm talking with my hands too much. But I mean, definite perk of that is we also make an income doing this. It's a job. It can be a full-time job. It can be a part-time job. You can do it just as a hobby because you want to make enough money just to cover your own personal products. Well, I would say that no matter what you want it to be, if you want it to be a full-time 6-figure job, then you can make that happen because whatever you put into this job is what you get out of it. And I don't know any other company that says, hey, Heather, do you want a promotion? Then then give it to yourself. You have to go into your boss's office and say, hey, can I get a promotion? Hey, can I get a raise? Not with this job. You make it happen. You want a promotion, you want a raise, just do it. Like I've given myself a pretty big raise in the last couple of days. I've been working my tail off. So I'm really, really excited about that. So by now, you guys are probably really excited and ready to sign up, right? So I'm going to tell you exactly how to do that. For one, this is like the cheapest way to start your own business. We are all business owners. We get tax write-offs. This call right now and the internet that I'm using is a tax write-off. Like the device that I'm having this call on is another tax write-off. But not only that, like how many of you know like a business that you can start for like next to nothing? Like there's not very many businesses. You've got to rent a building. You've got to have inventory. You've got to have employees. This is a much easier way. And when you start this business, it's not just about starting the business. You're starting on a healthy journey for yourself. So while you're working on your own personal health and fitness journey, you're working your business. You are essentially your business. So I every day am working out and I'm eating healthy and I'm drinking my Shakeology. And that right there is my business. People see me do it. And I'm living proof that these products work. I mean, it's a win-win, right? It's a job and we're getting healthy. So the easiest way for you all to get started is to purchase a challenge pack to get started on your own health and fitness journey. When you do that, the coach fee is waived. So that's the easiest way for you to get started. So contact the coach that invited you to this call tonight, and they will certainly help you get signed up with that challenge pack. And we are so excited to see you on our team and welcome you to the family and start working with you. So thank you so much for everybody joining us tonight. I hope I didn't ramble too much, but thank you so much.
All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end our live broadcast. And if you guys are watching the replay, thanks for taking the time to join us and catch up with us. And like Heather said, get in touch with that coach that sent you this, and we cannot wait to meet you all.